You're going to stay on it for a minute. Hi everybody, hello and welcome. Welcome today, it's Christmas Day. It's a special day for people. For us it's pretty similar to any other day apart from, last year and this year, the lovely, my friend Tony Vins, has sent us a Christmas box, literally a Christmas box. I didn't know she'd sent one this year. She'd told Justin to hide it, so he did. And he got it out this morning and said, this is from Tony. So we went through and it was just such a joy to open the gifts that she'd bought us. She bought me some really posh nail varnish, which I just know is going to turn out expensive because I've already been online to look and see what colour I could buy. She bought me a beautiful mug. She got Mr. F a baseball cap that says Mr. F. It's fabulous. I love it. She got Catkin, a lovely tin of cat treats, cranberry and turkey craft treats. Cat treats. He does craft, but that's a different story. And some beautiful tags. And the nicest thing of all was a little journal that she'd made me, a real Timmy little journal. And the amount of time that must have gone into that's absolutely beautiful, and I will absolutely treasure it. And I have some other thank yous to say. I want to say a huge thank you to Jen and Mike. They are forever generous to this channel, and I'm very grateful. We both are. I hope you have a lovely Christmas. I don't think you're on the live, but maybe you'll watch it back. And I just wanted to say a huge thank you to you. Also, a huge thank you to lovely Janya. Thank you very much. You guys, thanks to Judy Hoff. Again, Judy, thank you so much. And to Laurie Juniper. Thanks, Laurie. You guys, it makes such a difference that, if we didn't get your help, we wouldn't be able to do this at all. So it makes a huge difference to everybody. So through helping me, you're helping the people that like to come on the chat. Jen's here. Oh, well, it is a family, isn't it, really? I mean, I think Michelle Ogle is new here, and yet already I see everybody saying hi, how are you, happy Christmas, Michelle. It's like a family, and when one man is down, we all feel it. And at the moment we've got quite a few soldiers who are not absent, you're here, but not doing so well. You know who you are, I don't need to highlight you.
In the sick bay.
In the sick bay, yes, with matron. So, I will just say one to Kerry Betts. She is such a supporter of this channel and of me personally. And I've probably known her longer than I think anybody apart from Shaz, probably. And she's just a wonderful lady. And she bought the last Christmas journal that I made a few weeks ago. And DPD... honestly, delivery services, what's wrong with them? They said that it would be there a whole week before it arrived. But unlike Judy's things, it did actually arrive. And it arrived in time for her birthday, so that was great. So, what we're going to do?
Go to a commercial break.
Let's go to a commercial break. Well, it wasn't a commercial break, we lied. It's a big happy birthday to our lovely turtle. Chestita, happy birthday, my dear. Oh, You worry us so much at times, but you know, what a spirit you have. An indomitable spirit, that's what I shall say. So I see Mike's on now, so thank you very much, Mike, for your very generous support. Yeah, thank you. Well, and thank you all you guys that are here. It's really nice. I thought that we'd just have one or two, and that's fine. But look at you all. Aren't you fabulous? Hi, Jan. I'm just seeing you passing through. So I think we should do something. We could sit here and just chat. We've already had our dinner, so we could just sit here and chat all afternoon, really. But I think I'll attempt to do something whilst chatting. So you may remember I'm sure it was the last live, we did. I decided that I was going to use the entire Edith Holden book from start to finish to make ephemera from. Just ephemera, no journal pages, no nothing like that. So I used the first signature, and I think I might have had a couple of pages out of another one that I was sort of mocking things up with. And this is what we got. It's phenomenal. Oh my life, there's more. And I've still got those little bits left. Which might look like, perish of thought, scraps. You don't have scraps of Edith. You either have offcuts or remnants. No part of Edith is scrap, okay? So let's just have a quick look at what we got, just briefly. So tag, journaling card. And these are the ones I made out of the collage. I made a masterboard for those of you not keeping up. I don't blame you. I made a masterboard of as many of these remnants that I possibly could, and then I cut them out, sewed round them, inked round them, blah blah. And these are some of the pieces that I got there. Another journaling card. I really like them, actually. I think they're very, very usable. I really like them. Journaling card, big journaling card. Oh yeah, the pockets. I made some side pockets, and when I was telling you the measurements when I was making them, I think I said I was going to make them 8.5 or 8.25 or something, but that's too big if you live in this country. So I brought them down to 7.5. So at 7.5, they will fit in anybody's journal if you're just taking a sheet of either A4 or letter and just folding it in half to make a journal. At 7.5, they'll fit in there perfectly. So I've got 1, 2. Oh, that's clever. No, that goes the other way. I've got one that goes that way, and then I seem to have 3 that go that way. But that's okay. We can make more. And yeah, that's right. And they are lovely, aren't they? They're really lovely. Tag, a little belly band. This, which, as Tommy noted, could be a belly band, that way. I quite like the idea that it's going to be a sort of bookmark, and maybe, you know, if you end up with this lot, you put a hole in it, put a tassel in the top or something, and a little thin pocket, and there you have yourself a little bookmark. But, you know, whoever gets these, entirely up to you what you do with them. A pocket, which that was from the front piece that says, and I really like that. You know, if you've got that as your kind of opening page, perfect, I'd say. I'm running out of room here. Another pocket, that was also, I think, on the front, with the date and a little poem by Byron. Another pocket. This is where I think I might have been using 2 books. Because I've got 2 of these, but that's fine. Another pocket. That one's one of my favourites. It's really pretty, that one. I like it. But, you know, if you're the one that ends up with it, you might want to put a stamp there. Anything. And dress them up any way you like. And this one as well, pocket. What's going on here? Oh, yeah, this was the one I made. Yeah, I made this last week, didn't I? It's got a little swing that swings out of the way. That flips up. Journaling there. 2 cards, journaling cards in there. And a little tag here. I quite like that. That was interesting. And you can just stick that into your journal. And then you have a nice little full page, really, decoration, isn't it? Here we've got a pocket, but it's a bit taller rather than wide. This was the prototype to that one, so it swings open. I didn't put journaling there. Don't know why, but I like it anyway. 2 journaling cards in there and the little tag in there, so that's nice also. Then these, I don't think I showed you how to make these, but I will in the fullness of time. They're just pockets, like that, built onto an envelope. They're quite nice, really. So there's 2 of those. A big journaling card. I mean, that would look gorgeous with a washi sticker on, wouldn't it, I think. A tag and a tag. And a tag. And a double pocket. If you stick it onto your page just around the 3 sides, you'll have a pocket in there and then you'll have a pocket in there. I might make some more of those actually, because they're quite useful. You know, have them that way and have them going that way. And then we've also got another journaling card and another tag. So look at that lot. Look at that lot. And that was from one signature in Edith. And Jean asked me, and I've just had a little quick look. I think there's about 10 or 11 signatures in Edith. As I'm saying, I think some of this is lighter coloured. So I think some, this one as well, probably came from another version of Edith. But, you know, that doesn't matter. So we might not get quite as much out of every signature as we did here. But, you know, we'll make what we can make. But there's a lot, isn't there? I don't know that anybody would actually need any more than this in a journal. I will sell them all eventually. I just don't know whether to sell them as one complete book made into ephemera or, you know, per signature. I think per signature is probably not too bad. There's a lot in it. So I'll put those in my box of Edith ephemera, and you may remember, you probably won't because I'd forgotten, that I pulled out the next signature to be worked on. That was the last thing I did. So we've got here we had the first signature, then we had this signature, and then that leads on to this one, but that's next week, so don't get too excited. I love this, I love the primrose, but not today. So let's put that up there. Well, I thought the first thing we could do would be library pockets because they're nice and easy and they're also very useful. And I use envelopes for mine. I get mine in the UK from papermilldirect.co.uk. Paper Mill Direct. And if you're sharp about it, they've got a sale on today. They do sell fabulous cards, papers, envelopes, you know, anything in the paper line. There used to be a company called, what were they called? Paper Box, were they? It was something like that. You got a box and you paid so much for your box, and then you could put in whatever you wanted, like a £5 or a £10 or whatever it was. And they had retail outlets. That's shops to you and me. Retail outlets. Who do I think I am? And but they closed them all down. They obviously weren't working for them. And they now have this, the factory, which is in the Lake District, which isn't too far from us. And when we order things from Paper Mill Direct, they send their own van. So there's no problem with couriers or when you're going to get it. Their own van comes and delivers it. So that's great. So I'm going to take 2 of these envelopes out and we'll make 2 library pockets. These envelopes happen to measure 8 3/4 by just over 4 1/4. They are basically what I would describe as DL envelopes. They might be a little bit taller than your average DL, but DL will do, any envelope will do, to be honest. And they've got this sort of flippy flap on them, not the little ones. Again, that really doesn't matter because we're going to stick it down. So, where's my glue? So yeah, as I was saying to you, we've already had our Christmas lunch. And it was pretty much like yesterday's, wasn't it, Mr. F?
It was very similar.
What we did yesterday, because we knew we were doing a live today, and I didn't want to be doing all the cooking and then have to do a live. So we decided that we would have our Christmas dinner yesterday, but we'd do enough veg and everything for 2 days. So all we had to do today was warm it up, basically. So that was our Christmas dinner. It was very nice. We had roast leg of lamb. Back a good few months ago, we bought a whole lamb off a farmer. It was already dead, and it was butchered, ready to go in the freezer. But when we got back home, we'd had a big shopping day or something. When we got back home, we couldn't be bothered to label it. So we just put it in. It was in poly bags already, but we just put it in poly bags and called it lamb joint, lamb chop, whatever. That was about it, actually. So now it's a bit of a lucky dip, really. So we took out one that we thought looked like leg of lamb. It had a bone down the centre, so we thought we were all right. And indeed, that's what it was. So we're okay there. So yeah, we had that, and it was really, really nice. And there's still some left. We're going to be eating lamb for... It wasn't even a whole leg of lamb. I don't want you to think we had a whole leg between us. It was a part of the leg, the thigh, I'd say. So we've still got lots of joints in there. And to compound the problem, we actually bought half a cow as well. Oh dear. And yeah, it similarly was shoved in the freezer with things like... Well, mince is all right, I know what mince is. And there was some beef burgers as well, I know what they are. But, beef joint, it could be brisket, silverside, topside, could be anything, couldn't it? Just got to take a gamble on it. We like them all, so it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we emptied our freezer out, and then we thought we'd fill it with lovely stuff that, we could have on hand. I'm looking for my pokey tool, but honestly, there's so much stuff around here. Cameras, iPads, sewing machines, you name it. So now that I've got my envelope sealed, I want to fold them up. But if you do that without making a little hole, you can't. They go all puffy. They need somewhere for the air to. Itchy nose again. I'm going to fold this up to about there. Now let me tell you what that is roughly. It's about 2 1/4, 2 1/2 inches, something like that. So let's just do that. And the same, I need to make a hole. I'm going to make that the inside, so I'll make my hole there. Come on. There we go. It's just, if you don't do that, the air hasn't got anywhere to go. And it just puffs up and there's nothing you can do about it. So there we go. Right, that's that. So I'm going to ink round those with my frayed burlap, of course. So was Santa Claus good to you lot? Was he good to you, Jean? Were you on the naughty list with Mr. F? I think that naughty seat's probably crammed from people in our group.
Jean says she struggles with that bubble effect. This is an amazing tip.
Oh, thanks, Jean.
Poke an hole in it.
Yeah, poke a hole. That's the thing. That's the thing to do. I'll just do the other one while I'm here. Yeah, it does bubble up and it's really annoying. So, did any of you buy the frayed burlap ink? That's the question, and if you did, what do you think of it? Is it not the colour we've been hunting for years? In my case, yes. Right, so I'm not going to ink the back because I think that they're stuck in. You could have them as floating voters if you wanted to, in which case you'd have to put something on the back. But I'm going to preserve my Edith and just think that I'm going to stick that in my journal, so I only need to decorate this front bit here. And same rules apply as last time. I'm not going to add anything to them. I think that's up to the person who gets them to decide if they want to put ribbon, lace, buttons, bows, whatever on your ephemera. Once I start doing it, I'm almost dictating to you what sort of style you'll have, you know. So let's have a look at the pages we've got, see what we've got to work with. There we go. Right. Beautiful page of text. Oh my goodness. It's fabulous. But look what's inside. Oh, this is one of those dilemma pages, isn't it? Absolute dilemma. How on earth can you make the best out of that? I think maybe, I mean, there's these daffodils here, and then it says, Daffy Down Dilly is come up to town in her yellow petticoat and her green gown. So I'd like to keep that with the Daffy Down Dillies if I can. That would make a nice journaling card, that wouldn't it? It would also go, there's no point putting it there because you won't see that. So yeah, that's probably a journaling card. So have I got, no, that's not. So probably another one there, I'd say. I think that's probably the best use of those to show them off to the max. Then we've got this little fella who is, oh, these are catkins again. Look, we've got loads of catkins. We've got one of our own. What a boy he is. I am so glad we've got Catkin, you know, because, I mean, I still miss Bobby. I miss all the dogs that we've had, actually. They've been beautiful. But, you know, Bobby was such a character. He could be so grumpy. But, you know, we loved him and he's a miss. He still is a miss. And I'm just so glad that we've got Catkin. And you'd think, anybody who doesn't have a cat would think, well, it's just a cat. It sleeps, it eats, it goes out, comes back, it sleeps. That's not our Catkin. He plays retrieve. Fetches his best toys. Oh yes, that's right. Thank you, Matthew, Kyung's Matthew, for the 2 little catnip toys that you got for Catkin for Christmas. He also got an array of other mice from Kyung, but the 2 with the catnip in from Matthew, he absolutely loves. Keeps bringing it up to Mr. F. He drops it completely on his lap. You throw it for him, he collects it, brings it back, drops it on Mr. F's lap. And I mean, he can keep going at that for a good couple of hours before he gets fed up with it. And yeah, he likes to get up on my desk. He doesn't seem to want to use the craft materials. I've never caught him making a journal. But what he likes to do is just, for example, if that was there, he just keeps gently batting it till it lands on the floor. And then he starts on something else. So when I come to my desk in the morning, there's generally lots of stuff lying on the floor. And that's our Catkin, and I'd hate to be without him, really. You can't make up, you know, we've got Catkin now, so it doesn't matter about Bobby. But I'm so pleased we've got him. So that's that. That's pretty much, I think, going to be journaling cards. I think I could get that bird in there. Yeah, I might use that for one. Here we've got To the Cowslip by Alfred Hayes, whoever he be, I do not know. But it's obviously a full poem, which I'll spare you, about a cowslip, which are very pretty and were one of my mum's favourite flowers. This, which I could lose that part, no problem. Then, guess what? More catkins. These are catkins of aspen, or trembling poplar as we call it. But aspen, well, isn't there a place called Aspen in Colorado? And I know that Kyung has an aspen tree. So, yeah, aspen catkins. Yeah, and I'd prefer to use that page than this one, I think. So, okay, sorted that. Here we've got, well, that egg, a little poem, and this birdie with all her chicks, song thrush and young, all her little chickies in there, keeping warm. Oh, a gorgeous page of text. Oh, look at that. That's like a pocket, isn't it? It just says, make me a pocket. And yeah, I could lose that, I suppose. Then we've got this one. Not too sure about that at this stage. Oh, it's obviously a poem about March. It's difficult, isn't it, know where to cut them and what to do. That says pocket to me. Oh, look at that text, it's lovely. And then the horses. In my journals, the horses get overlooked. I don't know why. I just very, very, very rarely use them. But I like the march at the top. Oh, look at that. That's so lovely. The little birdie with all the flowers. Oh my life. All right, I've got no idea, so I'm just going to go for it, see what happens. This I am definitely going to make into the back of there, I think. So let's just tear that down. I can't use it as it is because there's a big, you know, almost a tear down the middle. So, right, so where do I want to cut this then? I want it to come just inside. Actually, I need to straighten that off. Let's not be sloppy about this. Just because it's Christmas doesn't mean to say we can be sloppy. Shall we have a roll call, Mr. Elf? Are you ready for a roll call?
Yeah, you can open if you give it a go.
Okay.
Judy.
Hello, Judy. I'm so glad that you could make even a little bit and hear me thanking you most sincerely for your help. Thank you.
Birthday girl, Justita.
Happy birthday to you.
Benice.
Hi, Benice. Hi, Sophia.
Smiling Janja.
Oh, hello, lovely Janya. Thank you so much for your support as well. Honestly, it means the world to us. Thank you.
Kyung.
Hello, Kyung.
Jen and Mike.
Hello, Jen. Hello, Mike.
Debbie.
Hi, Debbie.
Pam.
Hi, Pam.
Jean.
Hello, Jean. Are you on the naughty step already?
She's always on there.
You just live there, really, don't you?
Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Tanya.
Tanya.
Yep.
Hi, Tanya.
Misty.
Hello, Misty.
Sharon.
Hello, Sharon. Which Sharon? Davis. Oh, hello.
Marcella, is it?
I think it's Marshall. Marshall. Yeah, who was first on today.
Indeed. JJ.
Hi, JJ.
Creative.
Hello, Creative. I'm sure that's not your name.
Not so crafty June.
Hi, June.
I think that's it, unless I've missed you, which is more than likely.
If he's missed you, just put a comment and I'll try and catch it. Oh, you've got to get ready to go now, Judy. Merry Christmas to you. I hope you have a fabulous day. And isn't it nice to be able to spend Christmas with family after all those plague years? So make the most of it, and I'll catch you when I catch you. Have a nice time.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so what was I doing? I was just tidying this edge up, wasn't I? Just needs a whisper off it, really, just to tidy it up. Christmas is a funny old day to spend by yourself. I have spent Christmases alone. It doesn't bother me particularly, but it feels strange because there's not very many people out and about, and I don't know, it just has a funny feeling to it.
The telly's rubbish.
The telly's rubbish, yeah, exactly. Well, I did have a bit of a clean up, and I have cleaned my media mat, which is now gleaming. I don't know why I'm trying to do this on top of here. It's most daft. Oh dear, but I'm doing it anyway. So, oh, let's have a think about this. I might could save something up there. How far do I need that to go down? Yeah, I think I'll be able to save something. Oh, let's just move this to one side. crafting on top of your trimmers, just not the way forward at all. Right, so I just need that to tuck in behind there. I don't need masses. Maybe down a little bit, maybe to there. Yeah, that's fine. So if I cut that off, I've still got all of this. So I'm kind of trying to salvage stuff.
Bonnie says hi.
Hiya, Bonnie. Yeah, somebody last week commented after the video about the fact that we do a roll call, and how could I possibly imagine that people would sit through that. You know what we did? We blocked it. We do not need negativity. Don't want to watch it? Don't watch it. But I like doing a roll call. For one thing, I get to know who's on because I can't really see and craft. So I like it. So there we are. So yeah, oh, I don't know what that mark was about. That's not in the right place.
Sharon says Christmas hijinks with Miss P and Mr. F. She loves us.
She loves us. Oh, thank you. I don't know why I'm making such a mountain out of this, and I've marked it at the wrong place as well. I'm still doing it on top of... Oh, come on. This is madness.
Jenya loves the roll call.
Yeah.
Mike thinks you're funny.
Funny, ha, or just funny in the head.
Misty and Sharon love the roll calls.
See, we love the roll calls, don't we? Us family folks. We like the roll calls. And if you don't like it...
Mike would miss it if you didn't do it.
Oh, thanks, Mike. Yeah, you see, that's going to be fine. And we've saved all this paper because when that's glued up, who's going to see it? Absolutely nobody. So let's ink around here and stick this. I mean, we've only been on 32 minutes. This is the first thing I've done. That's
Creative
terrible.
Therapy's real name is Sunny.
Sunny, what a lovely name.
The YouTube channel is Creative Therapy. She doesn't know how you can change it.
No, I don't know that you can actually. It's all right. You're all right. We'll call you Bonnie. It's just to, you know, personalise you a little bit more than creative therapy. Although I think we could all do with a bit of creative therapy.
Certainly do with some therapy.
Yeah, straight up therapy, never mind the creative stuff. So that's going to look lovely there. He's going to look lovely. I'll stick him on with... No, I'll tell you, I'm going to stick him on with Queen's glue for the very fact I don't want to wreck my nails. Now, loads of you ask me, new people that come on the channel and kindly comment on our YouTubes, what is the glue? I didn't quite catch what you said the glue was. What is it? Well, it's called an EVA glue. Not Aleen's and stuff like that. That's a PVA glue, P, and this is EVA, EVA. And whereas I might be spinning a yarn about this, to be honest, but whereas PVA is water based, that's about as straight as nothing. EVA isn't water based, therefore it won't. I'm very ham-fisted today. Oh, and you know what? Oh, it doesn't matter. I can sew it on after it's on the thing. Yeah, I'm off to a roaring start here. I should have stitched that before I stuck it down, but it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. I can sew it still when it's on the envelope, as long as I don't stick that down, because then I'd obviously have problems. So I'm looking for something to go here. And I don't need to make all the tags and stuff to go in because there's so many tags come with it that I wonder if I could get that in there. I think that would look quite nice. Can I get that? Can I move it all the way over? Pretty much, I think. I like when you get the numbers of the pages in. That'd be all right there. I think so. I believe it will. What was I talking about there? Does anybody know? Not a clue. Not a clue. I do this. I start on a topic never get back to it. Because, oh, there's text on the other side. Would that look nicer? Yeah, actually, you know, it would. That hasn't even cut straight. Let's cut this straight, shall we? That's always a good thing to do. I'm going to line it up with the grid on the thing.
Sharon likes your nails.
Aren't they beautiful? Courtesy of Tony Vince, who is Santa Claus. She absolutely is Santa Claus.
She says, you, Kyung and Annie have beautiful nails.
Oh, thank you. Kyung sent me nail varnish as well.
Misty says you were telling about EVA glue.
Oh, thank goodness, Misty, somebody's listening. Yeah, well, Mr. F can probably tell you more. Can you spout forth, Mr. F?
About what?
What the Queen's glue is, etc., etc.
It's an EVA glue as opposed to PVA, which means that instead of being water-based, it's got ethylene in, I think. Comes from an American company called University Products. I can't remember where they are, but they're in America somewhere. We get it from a company that's got a royal warrant, which is why she's got the glue. But it's one that they use in museums and the like for restoring books. So it's kind of the highest quality glue you can get.
But it works out cheaper than art glitter.
But it works out cheaper than art glitter because anybody that does anything crafting gets ripped off.
Yeah, it's true. It's like wedding, isn't it? You know, I'd like that cake. Oh, that's $10. Well, it's for a wedding. Oh, it's $100. They see you coming, don't they? And crafters, I think they think, oh, it's a load of ladies. They haven't got a clue what they're on about. We'll just hike that price up. So, yeah, that's the story of the glue. Now, a company, I can't remember whether they're called Pink Frog, if it's Pink Frog or Pink
Frog Crafts, isn't it?
Pink Frog, yeah, I think so. So if you're in the UK, go to a company called Pink Frog. Just put Pink Frog in, they're bound to come up. And they do kind of speciality papers and stuff for crafters. They're pretty serious about it, though. It's not tat. You see them sometimes on the crafting telly, Selly telly, and they do their version of EVA, which I have no reason to doubt is perfectly good and as good as the stuff I get. So I'm going to sew around this, then stick it on. Do I want a thumb notch? No, because I like March being there. So here we go. Here's the fella. EVA, that's the important bit. Neutral pH. So it's not acidic or alkaline. It's not going to eat your pages.
Archivable.
And it is, look at this, ethylene vinyl acetate, EVA. You don't need to remember any of this. It just makes me feel all warm inside when I say the name of chemicals. So yeah, that's what and it comes from this company here, University Products. Okay. So this is the bit that you need to be looking for, EVA. And they are in Holyoke, is MA Massachusetts? I'll say that anyway. Holyoke, Holyoke. Okay. There you go. Yeah, it's great. I love it. Right, I'm going to put my sewing to the test again. Oh, let's just hope it's better than last week's horrible attempt. Mr. F will put you onto the sewing cam when he can. He's an injured Mr. F. He's done his back in. Okay, why don't you want to work? I think I've got it stuck on.
Sewing.
Yeah, I've got me pedal stuck under something. Yeah,
Not sewing. Jan says she uses Pink Frog.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, they're a good company, I think. They don't produce tat. Yeah, I worked out last week what was going wrong, why my stitching was quite so bonkers, and I'm still doing the same thing this week. It's because I'm having to sort of skew myself, so I can't really see where the needle's landing, but you know, this week seems to be going a bit better than last. Yay, look at that. That's not bad sewing, guys. Where are you? Here. That's okay. That's okay. I'll just cut my ends off now. For those of you who've been watching the videos throughout the week, thank you so much. You're doing a great job and I appreciate it. And I really hope you've enjoyed what we've been making. We made... well, we finished Janya's little book off. Oh, it doesn't matter.
I get it. Bonnie's got a question.
Bonnie has a question. This art is very new to me. Is there no problem sewing over glue? Yes, there is a problem. You should wait till your glue's dry. So, do what I do. Do what I say, not what I do, is the thing. If you sew over glue, the problem is that your needle will pick it up every time it goes down through the paper. And at the very least, it'll gum your needle up. But worse than that, because it's going down into where the spool is, it could deposit some there as well. And then you've got a real problem on your hands. You've got to take it to all this bobbin race apart and clean it out. So it's just better not to do it when your glue is wet. Once it's dry, you don't have a problem. It's fine. So yeah, this is what we were doing. Janya's little book. I think you've all seen it.
Michelle says hi.
Michelle.
Dixie.
Hi, Michelle. Hello, Bernice. I just see you there as well. Thanks for popping on. Debbie Harmon. I'm not sure if you said hello. You can order right from their website. Excellent. That's brilliant. You'll think that it's expensive when you look at it, but try and work it out and how many mils you get in that big bottle, which is I think the smallest size they sell, and how many mils you get in your art glitter bottle, and how much it is. And when you multiply it up, you'll see that the Queen's glue, as I call it, is much cheaper. And because I use this precision tip thing, I use very, very little of it. Yeah, this was Janya's book. I think you all saw that. I can't remember when we finished this. And I'm going to post it as soon as Christmas and the New Year's over. I didn't want it to get lost in the Christmas mail, because honestly the mail at the moment, it's just beyond a joke. So yeah, there's a little tag in there, these little tickets which I like. Yeah, I mean, it's just, there's a little, I'll show you at the end, little envelope, accordion fold in there, and here the little envelope. We were using up the Tim Holtz chapter 3 that he released back end of this year, and so many of us bought them because they were so Timmy, you had to have them. And then so many of us also thought, oh, what now? I've got them, what do I do with them? So each of these pages is made up of one of the envelopes that come, there was 3 sets, and each one's got a large, like a file folder or an envelope or a coin envelope. So I cut them out twice and I sewed them in. And the way I sewed them in was, before I'd made the envelope up, I just sewed that into the signature down there. And then I made the envelope up. So all the sewing up is hidden inside the envelope. I'll probably do another one at some stage, so you'll see what I'm on about. But the videos are out there if you want to. This one, the file foldery one, also comes with a little transparency, which I really like. It's cute. And a little accordion fold. And there we go. That's Janya's little present. As it says on the front, Janya's little book. Could you pass me that Tim Holtz one on your way back? Yeah. The other thing that we've been doing, we've been busy. Let me just take all these clips off. This is what I was doing this morning because it was on my desk and I thought before I clean my desk off I'll do this. But we've got two on the go. We've got this one, which is, what we've done is copied the Tim Holtz folder. I'm not sure where mine ended up, but it was just cardboard. So we copied it all and made one very similar, except we could choose what colour we wanted. So for this one I chose black gesso, and then I put silver and something else sponged over it, and then I stenciled through with copper, and I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks quite Timmy-fied. That's the front. So I've started decorating. I've got a big journaling card in there, and then I started here, and this here is just a piece of journaling. It's on a magnet. How satisfying is it when a magnet snaps shut? And then when you fold that down like that, you've got a little accordion pocket there. Like that. Oh, hang on, there's one more. It's stuck together. Is it? No. No, I think we're all right. Yeah, that's it. So it's got that accordion pocket, and actually, as luck would have it, my craft envelopes were just the exact right size. So that's that. It'll fold up there. We'll do something similar with the top flap and just progress our way through. The other one that we're doing is a turquoisey one, and it's gorgeous. Not that I'm saying this isn't gorgeous, but the turquoisey one is lovely. And I'll be doing away at these through the week with videos, you know, not too much at a time. So that's that. That's what I've been amusing myself with. Right, so now I'm going to sew around here. And I don't need to sew around the bottom because it's never going to be seen, so I'm going to start up here. I'm quiet when I sew. I think one more stitch. It's always awkward, isn't it, when you come to a corner? Oh, that's near the edge. I'm going to have to sit a bit more straight on, I think.
Michelle thinks your nails are especially festive today.
Especially so, because they are festive. They were a happy Christmas present from my friend Tony Vins. She started last year with sending us Christmas presents because up until that stage I never made a Christmas journal. I was always saying, you know, oh, we don't celebrate Christmas, it's just another day to us. So she thought she would send us a Christmas present and see if that cheered our mood up any, and it absolutely did. So this year I've been making lots of Christmas stuff, and she sent us another Christmas box this year. It's fabulous, I love it. So that's sewn down there.
Misty said, did you say you use a 14 needle?
I use a 12 actually, because a 14 is 14s are 90s for people in this country. Sometimes buy them as 90s, sometimes 14, yeah. If you use a 90 or a 14, that's what that's talking about, is how thick the shaft of your needle is. And if you've got a thick shaft on your needle, it punches a bigger hole than something with a smaller needle. So when you look on the back, you'll have bigger holes. Sometimes it doesn't matter, you'll never see your stitching on the back. The other times you'd like it to be a bit neater. So I think a 12 is great, perfectly. Or an 80, yeah. And you really should, just like when you're dressmaking, you should change your needle quite often. you can hear it when it needs to be changed. It starts to thud as it's punching its way through rather than gliding its way through. But, you know, they say you should have a new needle with every new project when you're dressmaking. And I think that's not a bad maxim for paper crafting too. I know it seems like it's expensive, but you don't want a whole row of perforations on your paper, because there'll be perforations and you'll be able to tear it off. So yeah, smallish needle and change it frequently.
Jean says you're the queen of those folios.
Thanks, Jean. I've made a few now, haven't I?
She's never seen another creator make one like you can.
Oh, Jean. I believe, if I'm right in thinking so, it was you that started that folio craze off. Didn't you send me one? I think you did, you know, and I couldn't work it out. I don't know what was wrong with me at the time, but I couldn't work out what I was supposed to be doing with it. So it got set to one side. And then, because I was clearing out somewhere, I saw it and I thought, ooh, yes, let's do that. So yeah, I did too.
Jean says yes it was, and you mastered it.
I thought it was you, Jean. I'm pretty sure it was you. Right, so there we are. I'm just going to put a little clip on each side there. You don't really need to clip it, you know. It's just, I've become clip obsessed. There we go. Hello everybody, happy Christmas! It's quite mad, that hand, quite mad. Right, so yeah, nearly an hour, we've done one library card. We're doing well. Do you want to fight?
Handshake?
Oh.
Just for Jean.
Honestly, I do worry about us sometimes, you know, Mr. F. Will that fit in there? Do you know what? It just absolutely will. My goodness. Who would have believed that? Oh, I need to ink around there as well. Need to put the lid on here. Oh my goodness, come on, come on, come on. Get your game together. So Jean, I believe you're splashing out today and having Pringles and Pop-Tarts. Which to me sounds absolutely perfect. I quite like that idea.
Salt and vinegar are my favourite.
Yeah, I like
Pringles, not Pop-Tarts.
Yeah, prawn cocktail's mine. I really like prawn cocktail. It's funny when you put the first one in your mouth, though, it's kind of a type experience.
Sharon says, now all we need to see is Mr. F sweets, and it's like the old times.
Yeah, that's right. Well, yeah, most of those came courtesy of Kerry. Nancy and Will used to send us some in the past. But Kerry Roberts, who is she still a member of the group? She's around, but she's needed on Nana duty quite a lot, so we don't see so much of her. But she used to send us Red Cross parcels with sweets and stuff like that. Yeah, that's another thing about the Queen's glue. Once it's stuck, all right? So make sure that you get it in the right place, because there's not much moving it afterwards. And I should have sewn around that first, as we all know, but I didn't. So I've got this remnant here, which might end up being a remnant. I've got that. I wonder if I could use that bird for that, and I'd still have my daffodils. So,
Only Tracy said she's going to drop in and say Merry Christmas to everybody.
hi, Bonnie!
She'll have to watch the replay, unfortunately.
Happy Christmas! I hope you have a good one. I hope you're rushing off to be with friends or family or whatever it is you want to do, and I hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for popping on. Yeah, I need to tidy up this end. By the looks of it, it's going to be much more of a chat than an instructive video, but you know, it's Christmas. Come on, we're allowed to do that. Right, so that's square. I'm just seeing how much I'd lose. Too much. I'm not prepared to lose that. So I hope that you all got whatever it is that you asked Santa for. I get my gifts throughout the year with Mr. F, supplying me with all sorts of goodies throughout the year. I don't know which to use. I could use the catkins, they're nice. Let's use the catkins. Let's just do it. This is the problem we all have, I think, when it comes to Edith. Which bits do you use? Which bits don't you use? Right, well I want it about that width. That much I do know. About there.
Peter said, just Peter Jr. and Sophie just called and said to wish you both a Merry Christmas.
Oh, thank you guys. I hope you have a lovely, lovely time. And Sophia, I hope that Santa was good to you, because you deserve it. You are a good little girl.
She said she was a tad beside herself with the gifts. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. As I hope you know. Right. So, what shall I do? Shall I have it like that and not have that bit? Or shall I have it like that? No, I think I'm going to go from the bottom actually with this one. So, where do I need to cut it?
Katrine Lieber says she's just ordered frayed burlap. It's good to know it doesn't have orange in it.
Absolutely, it's great. If it tends to anything at all, I'd say it's possibly ochre, possibly, but I don't think so. It's just that brown we've been looking for, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to find it. And why don't other people use it? Don't know. Maybe they too do not know. Good remnants here, guys. Good remnants. See, that would make a nice pocket for that thing that I thought was a library card. Actually, that probably would. I'll come back to that. That might be the way forward. Let's just check that we're all right here. All right, all right, all right. Yeah, unfortunately, you just can't be too choosy. So you never get off the bit. Yeah, Kerry's been poorly, but didn't she provide us with some fantastic digitals last few months? She's very talented. And I think in the new year, we are going to have a go. We're going to have a go at making some digitals. Oh, I'm going to sew around this first. It's just easier. And this I've already stuck on, so I'm going to sew around that. Oh dear, where are we? Down here. Right, I'm going to get right over so I can actually see where the needle is.
Katrine's watching from Maryland.
Ah! My goodness. Got lots of people watching from all over the States. It's incredible. And I always just do a couple of back stitches and then just go off the page then. And that just, I don't think anything's going to happen to it because it's going to be glued down. So in effect, the thread ends will be glued. But you never know. It's just a habit. It's a habit I have. too near the edge. This is a lovely little machine. It's a machine I haven't had that long. And I've got all my big fancy machines, you know, the ones that have got hundreds of stitches and hundreds of options, and I've never quite got the hang of all the things that it does. But it was actually too much. It was too big. It was just getting in my way. So I wanted another machine that didn't do anything fancy, just did the basics. And so I bought this one. It's a little brother. It's a brother, it doesn't say, but it's something like an Innovus A50 because it's got 50 stitches on it. I mean, some of them are very similar, but that buttonhole stitch that Mr. F showed you the other day, that's one of the stitches on here, which is quite handy. I like buttonhole stitch. And it just does the job, but it's just small. Right, let's stick this down then. Oh, before I do that, I'm just going to go over the stitches on the back with my bone folder, and that just flattens them, smooths them down a bit, because otherwise glue just doesn't want to stick stitches. So that's my tip. Just flatten your stitches down on the back. Well, I don't think we're going to be adding too much to the ephemera box today, but you know, there's plenty time, isn't there? Nobody's waiting for them. This has got lambs on the back. I love lambs. They're one of my favourite things in the world. I get really quite excited when I see the first lambs in the field. I nearly made Mr. F crash the car last year when I saw the first one. He thought he was going to run into something and I was shouting at him to stop. It was just I'd seen the lambs in the field. There's lots of versions of this library pocket, you know. Once you've done that, if you've actually split this side or split it then, you can have a pocket going in that way as well. But it's just a tad unnecessary. Let's push these stitches down first.
Edith said that Sophia got a mini sewing machine and a tiny Timmy.
Oh, how fabulous! A tiny Timmy.
So we'll be able to keep up.
Oh, I'm so...
We just need to...
Yeah, I'm so pleased, Sophia. That's a wonderful present. Is that what Santa Claus brought you? So he must listen ever so carefully to what we say, mustn't he? If that's what he brought for her.
Must do.
I bet you we had to ask Mrs. Claus what they were. I bet he didn't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he does. Nor of all things.
I'm sure his elves knew.
Yeah, I'm sure the elves would know, that's right. Right, so that's that. Here's our other one that we've just made. Very nice. As I say, I'm not going to make a tag for it because there's loads of tags. And as time goes on, there'll be loads more tags. So that's completed. We've got some little bits of remnants gathering up. That's okay, I don't mind them at all. That's finished all barring... I mean, that would just look lovely decorated up, a nice piece of lace or something. So, what I thought I might do is do some altered paper clips, yes. But I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that is just so much of a journal card. I don't think I can leave it. So I'm just going to make that into a quick journal card.
Christina said the Florida Santa got her a Kindle paper pad stamps and stickers.
Wow! There's two Santas. Is that what she means? There's two Santas?
I think that's it. Yeah, how come your camera's gone off on the top? Who's to know?
Oh, I don't know.
Obviously people don't look at you no more.
I can understand that.
Is he going to get you back?
This is a really handy cutter because, as you see, it has a light along the edge. Well, you can't see actually, can you? But it has a light along the edge. What can I shine through it that you can see? Oh, hello. Seems to be a big picture of me.
That's for me, not for them.
Oh, right, okay. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a light along the edge.
Inside you should probably see.
Oh, there you go. There's a light that comes on right along where it cuts. So you can hold your paper up to it. It's just like a light box, but it's on the cutter. Mine's on the blink because I keep dropping it. Don't tell Mr. F. So I just want to make sure I've got that bird. And then I can have enough daffodils.
I think I've got you back.
I'm back, am I?
I think so.
I don't know where I went. Right, so just yeah, so I think I'll cut that off and keep all of this. So that's about 7 inches there. That's quite tall. I might cut that bottom bit off. I put a mark on my Timmy trimmer for 6.5 inches because I seem to be always wanting 6.5. That's a lovely remnant, isn't it? Right, so if I cut that off there, that is 6.5. And I've got that bit, and that's my journaling card. Wow, that's lovely. That's really lovely. Now,
Katrine's got to go.
oh, okay.
She's got to go to her brother's house.
Oh, well.
It's a shame because it's cold out and she's snug and warm there.
Oh, what a shame. I thought I'd cut some cream off, but obviously not. I was pretty sure I'd cut a length of cream. And now I can't see, it doesn't matter. It matters not a jot. So let's cut this off. I want it just slightly larger than this journaling card that we're making. Actually, we could make that into a tag. That might look better as a tag. So just marginally more, and I'll cut that. I might just cut it straight down. So that measures 3 3/4. That's a nice size for a journaling card, I think. There we are. Oh, if I keep that there, you can't see when I go to sew. So that's going to go on there. So where do I need to trim it? I've already marked it. I think I want a bit more though. Let's get rid of that mark. Let's put a new mark where I actually want it. Chop that off with the Timmy. There we go, remnant. So do I want a tag or do I want a journaling card? I think a tag, because I can see that with nice yellow ribbon or fibres of some sort. And I managed to keep the daffodilly little rhyme there. So right, let's do some chopping. Let's make it into a tag, shall we? So for the people who don't ordinarily watch me, I'm using an old driver's license. It's out of date, long since. And what I've done is I've cut off 4 different sizes on each corner. And when I want to make a tag, I select which size I want. In this case, this one. I level it up with the top and with the side and trim it off. And then I just turn it over and put it on the other side. So you'll have the 2 corners on your tag will be identical, because trying to do it by eye, I don't know about you guys, but I end up cutting more and more and more. It's not level, and you end up, honestly, next to nothing. Oh,
Jan's got to say bye.
oh, bye, Jan. Hope you have a lovely rest of your day. I need to do the same with this one. Just fold it over like that, flip it over, and cut your other corner. There we go. So that's how you make a tag. It doesn't have to be an old driver's license, I can tell you that. An old store card, a loyalty card, even an old bank card. But if you're using an old bank card, I'd recommend that you scribble it out the back, just in case. You don't take any risks. It's never worth it.
Sharon's wearing sweatpants and a Christmas shirt.
Woo!
January's in her PJs.
Yeah.
And Justita's going to have to go shopping for a sweater because she doesn't own one.
I think your husband might. That would be fun.
Jan, you put a picture on yesterday of wearing a cosy sweater.
Oh, right.
And sitting in the car with the seat heaters on.
Oh.
Keeping warm.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Mm. So I'm just going to just touch gently around the back. To finish this off, you could put stenciling on the back if you fancied. Just dress it up however you wish, because all the sort of donkey work, if you like's been done. You just get them out the box and I need to ink around here and play. You will have to make your own journal, of course, but I know that you're all able to do that. Nearly there, nearly there. There we go, that's that. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew around here and then stick it onto there. And it's lovely, I love it. So, did anyone pop over to Kyung's for a Christmas party? She was having all sorts of trouble trying to get that to upload. And unfortunately, by the time she did, it was our bedtime. And, in days gone by, I wouldn't have minded sitting up all night watching it, but I take weird medication that I'm all right for about an hour after I've taken it, and then I just... Well, it's strange, really, because I go to sleep, but I'm still talking. I'm still answering Mr. F. I don't remember any of it the next day. If we're watching a telly programme or something, I'll say to him, "Oh, what happened at the end of whatever?" And he said, "Well, you were awake." No, I wasn't. Might look like I was, but I wasn't. So yeah, unfortunately, it came on after I'd taken my tablets, so there wasn't any point us watching it, really. I will say one thing though, I'm very proud of what Mr. F did. I think that stocking is gorgeous. And can you get up and reach it or not?
Yep.
He's really hurt his back, he's done his back in, poor Mr. F. That's his Christmas present. A very, very sore back. Okay, so I'm just going to stick that down. Thank you. Yeah, look at that. Oh, we're on the wrong one. Just a minute. We're on the wrong one.
Oh, hold on.
There we go. Look at that. Look at it. Isn't it lovely? And it's just so luxury feeling. It's really nice because it's got that, this was quilted onto the lining, and then it's fully lined. It just feels great. I love it. I really do. I think he did a smashing job with that. Well done, Mr. F. Well done indeed. Let's put that over there before I get ink all over it. Shouldn't be too bad here today because, as I say, I have washed my media mat. I gave it its Christmas wash. I'm going to chance colour. So now I've got this made, I'm going to concentrate on doing an altered paper clip, which are the easiest things in the world to do. But when you're first starting out, you can't work out for love nor money how they work. So I'll do a very slow walk through how you make altered paper clips. And I appreciate that some of you will have to go as families arrive to take you where you're going or whatever. That's fine. All I can say is thank you for popping on at all. Really appreciate it. So there we are. That's a very nice little tag, isn't it? Very nice. You can't really go wrong with Edith, can you? To be honest. There we go. So, right. Altered paper clips. Talk to me about them. Well, you can basically do anything. Is Sophia watching, Chest Eater? Do you know? Just tell us if she is or not. Hi, Louise. Happy Christmas. Right, so I've got a piece of card here, and it measures 5 inches by 3 3/4. That's completely arbitrary because that was the remnant left from cutting my tag. So I'm going to make this into an altered paper clip. As I say, it could be any size.
Justita said yes.
She's watching. Can we go to a ad break, please? There you go, Sophia. That was for you, Nana. Because today, apart from being a very happy Christmas day, it is a very happy birthday to your lovely Nana. So, right. So what I'm going... Altered paper clips. Okay. So you need a paper clip. These are the ones that are circled out the drawer. Any paper clips will do. I'm not entirely sure that one's straight. Yeah, small, large, whatever. And what I'm going to do is put this, so the longest leg, this bit here, that being the shortest leg, this being the longest leg. Can you see that? And I'm going to put it so the long leg is out the back. So I'm sliding it on like that. Okay. So it's fairly central. If you can think of a place to put a paper clip, there's been an altered paper clip made there. You can have it there, anywhere you like. You can have it on the bottom even. So that's the first thing. Make sure that your longer leg is on the back. And then we're just going to build up something, anything. I'm just trying to see if I can make something out of my remnants. Yeah, I think I can. I can put that there. Let's just, before we begin, before we get carried away with ourselves, let's just ink this, shall we? So this is the cream card that I've been using throughout when the project demands a bit of firmness. I'll make a much smaller one in a minute so you can see how it works. But once you see how it works, you can't unsee it. So if I put that there like that, so I'm going to budge it across because I really like getting the numbers in. So let's just mark where we want that to be. Just in a little bit from the edge. There, trim that off. I hope you're all having a nice Christmas. I so appreciate the fact that you've joined us and that you've joined in the chat. So the people who are by themselves this Christmas, and there's always people by themselves, they don't they're part of the family. You know, come on in. You don't have to be like you are in someone else's house, you know. This is our house, so make yourself at home. So that fits on there perfectly. So let's ink that, stitch it and stick it on. So this is a good use for this piece of catkin paper, isn't it? It's going to take me forever to get through all the pages in that one signature, but that's good. Right, oh, sew it, sew it, sew it. I'm going to sit at some cockeyed angle here. There we go, lovely. It's all going to be lovely. It's quite a good excuse on Christmas Day just to stay in your PJs and craft all day.
Michelle says, don't forget to put that paper lip back on.
Yes, you're so right. Yes, let's do that now. In fact, before we... this has got, it's sort of upturned. I'm wondering if my ordinary everyday gold ones would be better.
Jenny says she loves that you said this is our house.
It is our house. It's where we meet every Sunday. Oddly enough, Janya, in my thoughts, you were always on the left of the fireplace, next to it, next to that wall, but just there. That's where you are in my mind. Which is bizarre, I know. I know. You don't need tell me, I know. Right, I'm going to use this one. For something this size, I could have probably got away with a slightly larger paper clip, but I haven't got one to hand, so it doesn't matter, it'll be fine. And thanks. Who was it that reminded me? Oh, Michelle, thank you. Yeah, that'd be so easy to do. So I've made a piece that's just going to go there, and it's going to go over this paper clip. Okay? We're going to sandwich that in with a pile of glue. So over the top of it, around it, fill that gap in with it, go right round, just a pile of glue. And then we're going to put glue on this one. I didn't push my stitches in. I forgot. I think for tea tonight, I know I'm talking about food, I'm food obsessed. For tea tonight, we've got an apple crumble, apple pie. It's kind of a mixture of the two, apple crumble pie in the freezer, and you can bake it from frozen. So I kind of think that might be what's on the agenda for tonight. I don't know.
Ross says, hi. Just popped in for a minute, snuck away and popped in.
Oh, hi, Roz. Hi, Jim. I'm sure he won't be there. You snuck away by yourself, I imagine. Be too obvious if you both snuck away.
We're just in the cellar.
Yeah, we're just going to the bathroom. See you in a couple of hours. So I'm pushing that down quite firmly over that paper clip, so it's not going to slip out, because that's what you don't want. And I'm just reaching for my clips again. I'm just going to clip either side of that so it's nice and firm.
Jenny says she's cracking open a frayed burlap.
Ooh, let me know what you think. So I need something I've decided.
Which would sound quite weird if she wasn't with a group of crafters, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would really. In fact, I think a lot of what we say would sound quite weird. You know, some of the terms we have for things. Right, I was wondering if I had something here that I could make. I wasn't going to make a pocket, but the remnant was only that long. I could cut my card off, but you know, That would just be altogether too easy. So what have we got? I don't think I've got... I don't want to use that up. That's just too good. No, they're all going the wrong way. So I'm going to have a look at my pages. Yeah, I might just do April. I might just do it. Need to hold it up and so can't really see.
Natalie says, "Happy Christmas to you both." It's
Happy
a rare moment for me to catch you both live.
Happy Christmas, Natalie.
Happy Christmas.
Hope you're having a good one. So I'm just going to mark that to the same as I marked the catkins to, and then see how deep I want it. I don't want it really deep, to be honest. And I'm not putting a gusset or anything like that in it. It's a decoration, basically. So let's see about cutting that out. It's always useful if you can see where your marks are.
Key Whittle give you a wave.
Hi, Kay. Happy Christmas. Happy Christmas. It's Christmas Day and we're crafting. How good is that? Thought I'd lost my marks there temporarily. Instead I lost my mind. Because this side's raggedy, I'm going to use the grid on the cutter to straighten it up with.
Steve says she's thanking the car gods for heated seats.
Oh, heated seats.
She's going to have to watch the rest on rerun. She's got a long travel to the lake.
Okay, well, take care out there.
She'll be back tonight crafting something.
Oh, that's good. Have a nice time. Happy Christmas, happy birthday. Just general happiness.
Safe travels.
Right, so that's going to get stuck on there, so we're going to have a little pocket. That looks alright, doesn't it? I mean, the April's off centre, but it's not bad. So quick little ink. I like making altered paper clips, actually, because you can build anything you like onto the front of them. There we go. So I'm just going to give this a quick whiz round. Oh, it's warm in here, mister, isn't it?
It is warm. I blame the fire.
Do you? Do you think that's the culprit?
Yeah.
Could well be. We need Janny to stand in front of it, not sit beside it, to block the heat.
Need asbestos PJs.
Yeah. The naughty step is located just out there. It might look like a set of stairs to people, but it's actually the naughty step. So Jen, was Santa good to Clyde? That's the question. Because Catkin's done all right out of Christmas, I can tell you.
Raven Wild says, "Hello dears, I'm new to you all. Edith Holden caught my eye a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
DJs and crafting on Christmas morning, true joy. Thank you."
I think I had a little chat with you, didn't I, on YouTube? Because I remember your name because it's just so pretty. I can't remember what you said. I seem to recall you said something really nice, which is lovely. Thank you. Yeah, crafting on Christmas morning. Come on. Ooh, it doesn't get much better than that. Just want glue on 3 sides.
Jen says, "Well, he got lots of boxes and ribbons. Some of his favourite things."
Absolutely. They're like, what you call them? Orangutans. You know, the way that orangutans in the zoo, if you ever see them, and they give them boxes and they give them old sacks, and they like to almost dress up in them, don't they?
Yeah.
They're funny to watch. But cats, yeah. They absolutely love boxes. Noticed that with ours. I mean, Shady, not so much. You know, by the time we lost Shady, he was getting long in the tooth, really. He was lovely. And he could still run really quickly. But he wasn't for playing anymore. Seen it all, been there, done that. So I'm clipping this because I clip everything. But that is pretty much an altered paper clip.
Ian says, yes, big paper bags, another favourite.
Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, we ordered something from Amazon. I think it was a 12 by 12 pad actually. And it came in a ginormous paper bag. And I was quite excited with all that brown paper. But Catkin got to it before me. I mean, he's got a perfectly good bed there. In reality, it used to be Bob's bed, but it is now. And rather than sleep, it's all fleece and tweed. But rather than sleep in it, he sleeps under it. He's not right. So that's it. So let's just say that this is the page of your journal. You just pop it on. It's going to be awkward with the clips. You just pop it on like that, and there you have it. You can put that anywhere. Sometimes if you make smaller ones, they're quite good at the top of a belly band, because sometimes things want to flip-flop out of belly bands and it's most annoying. But if you put an altered paper clip in, it does the job. I think that's probably dry now, but I'm not taking any chances. Let's make a tiny one now, shall we? Where is my card?
Junior says the last two things she ordered from Amazon came in one of those awesome paper bags.
Oh yeah.
She loves the crinkly sound they make.
Yeah, no, it's nice, isn't it? I'll tell you what else I really like the sound of. You know that baking parchment or greaseproof paper or whatever? I love that sound. It's really nice. Is this going to fit into me or not? Ooh, just to the millimetre almost. So I'm just going to cut a piece off. That's, what should we say, 2? Let's go for 2. It barely fits in this, but I think we'll be all right. Yeah, 2. And then I'm going to cut it again at 4, 3, 2, 1, 3. We'll just do it 4 by 3. Just make a little one.
Regan says, yes, Miss P, you answered a question for this non-sewer.
Ah, yes.
And I'm loving how fun and cosy your channel is.
Oh,
I
well,
need a hubby who wants to hang out with me while I craft.
that is just the sweetest. That's so nice. I'm glad you're having a nice time, and I'm glad you feel included. Everybody, we're not all here today. The whole cohort is not all assembled because obviously people have got things to do on Christmas Day. But everybody will make you very welcome. I have no doubt whatsoever of that.
And Michelle says we all need a Mr. F. Raven. He's the best.
He is the best. He's the best, but he's mine. Hands off. I hope this is straight actually. I'm inking it and I just think it's not quite straight. No, it's my eyes that aren't quite straight. It's okay. So let's have a look at the remnant situation, see what we've got. Well, we've got that. That is just perfect for the job, wouldn't you say? I'd say perfect. So let's just use that. Oh, actually, no, I had a bit of a plan in my head going. Bit of a plan going on. I haven't got the right pieces. What's on the back of that? Text. Perfect. What I'm going to do is put my text here. Then I'm going to make a side pocket. I'm just getting a bit carried away here. So I'm going to mark that, cut it, ink it. So, you know, the usual. If you're working by yourself, you're probably going to get through loads more than I get through chitter-chattering. But it's kind of not supposed to be a speed program, really. Program, video, live, whatever you call it. There and there. This is just a little bit. And if you can't see why, I'll show you in a minute. There we are. These are remnants. They're all worth keeping. So that I'm going to put there. And then I'm going to put a bit of this going over there. So we've got a pocket. How cute is that? So let me ink this and then I'll sew it. Only need sew it on 3 sides. Only need ink it on 3 sides. Because the other one's going to be under the pocket. So let's just get round here.
Are you sewing again?
I'm sewing again, sorry.
Thankfully, heads up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry about that, Mr. F.
Louise says she loves you. Said he is the best. He's mine, hands off. Michelle has said, in all fairness, we're lucky Miss P shares him with us. Strange definition of a look.
He is just simply the best. I mean, he's devised all the lighting rig and the cameras, everything. I mean, well, you know that. You know, if you're waiting for me to do that, you'd have a long wait. Because I just don't understand half of it. I think actually I'm a bit lazy as well, if I'm honest with you. If I'm totally honest, I'm a bit lazy. Because I could learn how to do these things. But do I? No. I just think Mr. F will do it. Like editing videos. I know that I'm capable of doing that. I must be, surely. But I don't do it. What did you think of the one that I did the other day where I speeded myself? Well, Mr. F speeded me up. I thought it worked quite well for that video. The Tim Holtz one. Because this is just going flat down. So you don't have to just go around the edges or anything. The whole thing's going down. Don't forget the paper clip. Don't forget the paper clip. Don't forget the paper clip. I so nearly could have done there, actually.
And you said it was really cool.
What was?
Speeding you up.
Oh, speeding me up. Forgot what I'd even asked.
Well, it was either speeding you up or not having to listen to you, one or the other.
Yeah. So same again. Put your paper clip on fairly centrally. Long leg at the back. Then we're going to stick this. This looks like it needs a bit of... I'm going to shift this actually. I'm going to shift it further over there. And put lots of glue on it like we did the last time.
And it says, LOL, to watch you work so fast.
I know, it's funny, isn't it? Because I'm not what you might call speedy crafter. Unlike Turbo Turtle, my goodness me. That woman can craft at a phenomenal pace. Can you imagine actually being there with her while she's crafting? I mean, there must be things flying left and right. Hold the box open, Greg. Something's coming. There you go. There you go. Post it off. Good lad. It must be like that though. She's just so speedy. So I'm going to make my little pocket out of this. And then we're going to have a paper clip with a pocket in it. I mean, come on. Does it get any cuter?
Even from the northern California coast.
Oh my goodness, that sounds divine. Doesn't it? Catkins of goat willow on this. I tell you, we're in catkin territory here. Make sure that's square, and I've preserved that piece, which looks like it might be useful, even in a collage. There we go. Ink. So what do you think of your frayed burlap, Jenya? Hope you like it, after all.
Junior says she's from New York, but now lives in Florida. Jen's in Indiana, and Louise is Canadian.
Ah. And Roz is Canadian. The turtle lives in Florida. Not sure of other people actually. Just a quick little stitch around here, eh? Just so it doesn't feel left out. Oh, I just hate it when it's half a stitch.
Denise is Canadian.
She certainly is.
Debbie is from Tennessee.
Oh, Tennessee, down
Really would
south.
like to know where we're from.
Well, we are from the very north. You can get a little bit further north, but we're pretty much in Scotland, but we are actually in England. And we're quite close to an area called the Lake District, which lots of visitors come to every year. And we should be glad to see them, but they clog the roads up. No, we are glad to see them, of course we are.
Not far from Adrian's Wall.
Yeah, very close to, very close to Hadrian's Wall. So we're in an area of outstanding natural beauty. That's what it says as you turn the last road to get here. And it kind of is beautiful. Having said that, it just looks quite bleak and barren to me. There's just loads of moorland, some fells, which is what in this part of the world what they call hills. And we live kind of on the side of a fell, really. So it can get a bit windy. Yeah, so that's where we live.
Michelle's from Tennessee, the Smoky Mountains.
Oh.
Tanya's in Plymouth,
Plymouth, UK, or Plymouth, Massachusetts?
UK.
UK.
Which is Tanya's Crafty Life UK, so I'm guessing.
Ah, right. So there we have it, guys. We've made another altered paperclip, but this time it's teeny tiny. It's cute. And you can, of course, put a little... I think we should do that, actually, because we need one that's actually going to fit in there, don't we? Otherwise... Sorry?
Sharon's from Northwest Ohio, by
Oh.
Lake Erie.
Oh.
Debbie Arman's from Knoxville, Tennessee.
Knoxville. Knoxville. What do I know about Knoxville? I don't know. I seem to know something about it.
Mary Milstead says hello, first time here.
Hello, Mary, and very big welcome and a happy Christmas to you.
She's also from Tennessee.
Wow, we've got a good Tennessee contingent in, haven't we?
And Junya says she likes it better than Vintage Photo for Edith.
Yeah, yeah. That's going to work, but it's a bit bare up there at that top. So I'm going to bring it down to about there. Ordinarily, I wouldn't make little journaling cards and stuff, but this is so little that I think it needs its own special one. So it's a whole thing, you know. There we go. Top quality remnants. And yeah, that's going to be fine. Let's just trim a little bit off down there. So I don't really want the blank bit. So what size do I need it? Come to there, might be quite nice. About there, where the stitching line is. Whoop. Cut it off there. You've got to allow for all the glue. The glue squelches and it, you know, covers more area than you think. So you're trying to get a journaling card or a tag in somewhere that should fit, the measurements right, but the glue's taking up too much room. Right, now then. I'm wondering what I did with that. The thing that was on the missing list, you know, the tab top, yeah. I think it might be here somewhere. This is kind of where all my stuff ends up.
You told me you put it back in the top drawer.
Did I?
That's what you said to me.
Oh, right. All right, at first glance I can't see it, but don't worry because I have another plan. I have this set which cuts out all tags, so that'll do me. I probably did put it back in that front, in this drawer here, but you know, can't see it at first glance. So I'm just going to use some cream card. Have I got a remnant anywhere of cream card? No, I don't think I have. I could use Edith, but it seems a bit of a waste. Oh, that's a thing. It's a template. I'll just cut myself a bit off. Yeah, by the looks of it. Oh, perfect. Absolutely perfect. So I'm just going to get my gorgeous tiny Tim out. You see, ordinarily, if I didn't have Tiny Tim, there is no way I'd be cutting this out, because you know it's altogether too much trouble to walk the 3 steps maybe.
How would you say the phrase burlap compares to gathered twigs?
Oh, that is a good question actually. I think the phrase burlap is lighter. Yeah. I like gathered twigs as well, though. It's nice.
The swatch of all the Timmy Browns would be nice.
Yeah, I'll do that. I will do that. So there we are. Put away my little friend. This mint tape, it's just amazing. I didn't know what it was, and Nancy sent it to me. And there was no explanation with it. It was just this roll of mint tape. And I looked at it and thought, well, it's not very tacky for washi. And then I realised, I think I saw somebody use it. It's not supposed to be washi. You use it with your die cut machine. Just leave those in there. That's probably safest for them. That's a bit done in, isn't it? So where's our journaling card? Right, it's here. So I'm going to have to back that onto some cream card, and I don't think I've got any. I've just used the last bit. I've got some cream paper here. That will do nicely. That will do. Glue. I'm all right. Yeah, well, I've got some here. It's the same as you've got there, actually. But it's near enough. Yeah, if I left this just the thickness of the Edith paper, it hasn't got enough legs. It would crumple when you put it into its little pocket. So if I put it there, I've got 2 square sides that I don't need to bother cutting. Right. And I'll just cut that out. These fussy little things, they do take ages to make. But I think they're what make a journal. Not just, plain pockets and tags and whatever. I think this sort of thing actually makes a journal. Let's just see if that fits in before we get too carried away. Oh, look at that. It's blinking perfect. What's going on?
Are you sewing it or not?
It's going around the corners. I'll sew it. I'm sewing. Heads up, I'm sewing. Go back. Oh, that's not right either. Let's move it to where I want it. Lovely. That's that done. My stitches didn't quite meet up, but you know. I don't know why I'm using large scissors to trim small threads. It's not the way forward. Right, there we go. I've got my little thing that I'm going to put on the side. So I'll just ink it up. You can just use a folded piece of paper, to be honest with you. But why do it the easy way? So this is a tiny little pull. But I'm just going to pop it onto there. Just so as people know it is actually a pocket, there's something inside it. And I'm not going to stitch this, it's fine. I quite like them when they're not stitched actually, as opposed to stitching through them. I like both ways. I'm not really against either way. Right, so that's on there. It doesn't want to stick. Does not want to stick. I shall change its mind for it with a couple of clips. There we go. Right, well, I kind of think that we're done. Oh no, I was going to make a journaling card out of this. This has got to happen because it's just so lovely. I'll pop that there. So what Edith measures 9, a little over 9 inches. So I need to lose some there and lose some there. And if I did that, how much am I left with? 6 3/4. That's about perfect. Right. So let's cut off this space at the top of the bird. Like that. And cut off that space there. And that's going to be just a touch over 6 3/4. There we go. Look at that. Isn't that just the prettiest? The prettiest of journaling cards. Come on, missus, keep up. You're flagging. You're flagging. Right, so that measures 3 1/4. So I want to make the card for it just slightly more than 3 1/4. So I'll cut it there, see what happens with that. See if this is in any way right. It's perfect. Just make a mark there where I need to cut that for the top, and this is definitely going to be a journaling card. It's not going to be a tag, because if I made it into a tag I'd have to cut the bird's beak off, and that's not happening because it's Christmas Day. I'm not going around de-beaking birds. Yeah, that's fine, that's good. So I'm going to ink around this, sew around it, stick it onto there. Bob is my uncle. So I'm surprised that so many of you could join us today. I'm really delighted because, like I did say, I thought it would be 1 or 2 of you and that would be fine. Even if just 1 of you joined us, that would be fine. But so many of you, I'm impressed. Right, I'm going to sew around here first. Sewing. Forgot to mention.
Just slow on it, Pete. Raven's so excited to use one of her Edith books. Such fun watching your choices.
Well, that's why I'm doing it signature by signature. I'm just taking out a signature out of the book at a time, because if I strip the entire book, I wouldn't know where to begin. You just become overwhelmed totally by the beauty of it. So one signature makes you condense your thoughts, really. That might have sewn through the bird's head, but here you go.
Well, making the choices is the most important part of it, really, isn't it? It's what everybody else misses off their videos.
Yeah.
You just do something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that when you're making a video about making ephemera, you need to show why you've chosen certain things. I mean, this couldn't be anything else. It's just got to be a journaling card, because I want to keep the daffodils, I want to keep the birdie. It can't be anything else, but it's really beautiful. So now I'm just going to squash my stitches down. Yeah, be brave, Raven. Just deep breath and then do it. Because, yeah, the first one that you pull apart, I think everybody would agree, is the worst one. And a lot of people wait until they've got 2 copies of it. So, one for cutting, one for looking. And I'm certainly in that camp. We've got a few copies of it, which is why I could use a brand new one for this project.
Sid said, "We love you too, Miss P."
Oh.
And Janya says you're part of a Sunday morning routine.
Excellent.
Spending time with you guys. Even more special on Christmas morning.
Oh. Yeah, it's such a shame when that horrible work takes you away.
Tanya needs to find an Edith book. She hasn't made anything with one before.
Where in the world are you, Tanya?
Plymouth, she was.
Oh, she's a Plymouth lady. Well, charity shops. But keep looking on eBay, because they do pop up. Some people don't know what they've got, and sometimes it can go quite inexpensively. But I would say look in charity shops. That's definitely where the bulk of ours comes from, isn't it, Mr. F? It is, he's not listening to me.
Yeah, they're definitely. Got a fair few out the back.
Yeah, we have our very own library.
I've got to make an overflow site for them.
Yeah, our own library, but it just comprises one book. Just multiple multiples of. Yeah, forgot what I was saying. Oh dear. Right, let's get this on. Something like right. So the collal glue, which is what this is much more forgiving. You can put something on and kind of slide it to be where you want it to be, whereas the Queen's glue, once you've put it down, it's sticking. Touchy sticky. That's the game it plays. Isn't that gorgeous? I wonder if I could get away with rounding the corners now I've done that. Yeah, maybe. Let's try it. What's the worst, eh? What's the worst? I'm going to use my smallest one, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. The stitching isn't round, but it's yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll just put some ink over the corners we've just chewed off. There we go. That is lovely. I love that. So let's have a look at what we made. Not a lot, but it was fun. Let's see if this is dry now.
Raven says she's got 4 copies.
Who?
Raven.
Oh, have you? Well, you can just steal yourself and cut into one.
And Marcel thinks the one she's got is smaller than the one you got.
Right.
I did get a hardcover with a dust jacket. Did Miss P say the size of the book?
I didn't, but I can tell you. The pages inside it are a tad over 9 by 7. The pages measure 9 by 7. And I think pretty much all our copies, unless they're foreign editions, we've got a Japanese one and a German one. I think that might be it. They are a smaller French maybe, yeah. They are a smaller format, definitely. So I can get to taking these clips off. Let's remove my scissors. My goodness, I think we might have made more than I thought we did. I mean, not much, but... And this one. And I think that's it. I think that's what we did. That's what we did today. They're lovely, aren't they? Do you like them? I like them. I quite like this little cute guy here with his little tag. You know, you could easily stamp something on there if you wanted to, or write something, or put a rub on it, or whatever. But let's just say that's our page in our journal. Then you just slide that on, and before you know it, you've decorated your page. It's so cute, isn't it? It's really nice. So yeah, it's a altered paper clip complete with pocket and tag journaling card. So there we go. We've got a tag. We've got two of these library pockets. These are the library pockets. We've got this altered paper clip that comes from Jumbo Land, with a little pocket in, and he needs a tag, but there will be one in all of this. There will be one that will fit, I'm sure, plenty. And then this star of the show, the beautiful page. But we made the best of it, I think. I really like this tag as well, and managed to maintain that, preserve that Daffy down dilly little rhyme. So there we are. It's not much of a Christmas feast for you, but I enjoyed it, and I hope if you want to do the same. Thank you, Jen. Thank you so much. And Janya. And Raven. Louise, Michelle. You're all so lovely to me. Thank you. Thanks so much for the wonderful live today. It's been so much fun chatting and watching. I hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your day. Hugs, and great big hugs back to you. Bear hugs, Jen. Sid. Hello, Sid. How are you doing? Thank you, Tanya and Louise. You're very welcome for a stream in today. I think we might have done it for the last couple of years, actually. At least the last 2 years. And it's just a lovely thing to do, because it puts in a couple of hours or whatever. And then, hopefully I'll have impregnated that fertile mind of yours, and you'll go off now, search out your Edith book or another book that you like to use, and get making some stuff. So that's me for today. That's Christmas over and out. And I will see you again before the new year, definitely, because we've got lots of irons in the fire going at the moment. So I'll definitely see you before New Year. Enjoy the rest of your Christmas. Have a lovely Boxing Day. You're welcome, Mike, definitely. And to Jen, use what you've got. That is absolutely it. Use what you've got. The thing is, I've got a lot. I've got a lot. It's embarrassing. But I do really need to make a start on using what I've got, because now it's too much. It's too much, and I can't decide things because I've got too much choice. That's what I was saying about using just one signature at a time out of Edith. That's your choice. You've got to choose from those few pages. So I'll see you again very soon. Have a lovely rest of the festive period. Eat too much. Don't drink too much, a bit, but not too much. And laugh a lot. That's what I'd say.
Mike's laughing that you've got a lot.
I've got a lot. I do have a lot. So use what you've got, and I've got a lot. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas. Take care. Be safe. See you soon.
Bye. Bye-bye.